Welcome to In the Library with Marsha and Adrian, brought to you by the Bedford Branch of the Monroe County Library System in Monroe County, Michigan. There's no reason to be nervous. I cut out almost everything that needs
no one probably listens to this, right? That's what I always tell Sherry.
That's
like,
real nice.
No, I'm just saying, like, Sherry always gets nervous, and I'm like, don't watch this.
Leave that.
I'm going to leave that. It's going to be the first thing they hear when they start tuning in. Nobody listens to this anyway.
Well, I used to have a radio show in college that I just was a party for myself for an hour.
Amber, have you listened to this podcast yet?
I have not.
I know you didn't. That's why I asked.
Sorry, I want to.
Welcome to In the Library with
Marsha
and Adrian. And today we have special guests.
Amber Reed.
From?
Dorsch and Navarre.
And?
Ashley Liford from the Frenchtown area branches.
I guess I should have said branches, yeah. Instead of just Dorsch and Navarre.
Of the library system.
Of the library
system. Also fellow librarians.
City of Monroe.
So we're so excited to have you guys today, and we just want to ask a couple of questions about things about you personally and things going on in your branches right now. So maybe, Ashley, I'll start with you. Tell us a little bit about your history at the library. I kind of know that you started, as a baby, but maybe you could share it with our listeners. Tell us a little bit about your library history.
So I've worked for the library for almost 21 years. I started as a volunteer at 14 and then became an employee at 15. I've held almost every position you can hold. Page, sub, they don't know what those terms are.
Working your way up the library ladder. Working your way up the library ladder.
You're going to hear a lot of, cut that out.
So, working your way up the ladder. She's worn many hats throughout the system in many departments and many branches.
And I've worked at 10 of our 16 branches.
Whoa. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes. And how about you, Amber? We talked earlier a little bit about how both of you have worked at this Bedford branch in some capacity. Mm-hmm. So go ahead and tell us, you both started at the Dorsch branch, which is people don't know what Dorsch is if they're not library famous. So it is the downtown branch near Longacre Square, named after Dr. Dorsch. But go ahead and tell us a little bit about
the famous ginkgo tree, which
yes.
we can touch on later.
Yes.
Of course, I don't remember any of the details about it. But I started at Dorsch. I had graduated college and was having a hard time finding a job in my field. And I was researching good fields to get into. And it was like libraries. So I was like, all right, let's do it. So I signed up for library school, emailed Nancy Belair at the time, and then got started as a sub at the Dorsch branch. And then I did that for a little while. I worked in Bedford, and then I moved to the Navarre branch in Monroe also.
Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah. So you both worked together in the past and still our paths still cross today because we have a lot of different collaborations.
We used to bring each other McDonald's Diet Coke in the morning at Dorsch.
Yeah. And got breakfast sandwiches on your way here.
Yep.
Hey, don't throw out my breakfast sandwich shame.
Did they give you yours, Adrian?
Do what?
Did they give you your breakfast sandwich?
I don't need one. It's fine.
But because we're selfish and only got it for ourselves.
Okay. So I want to ask the hard-hitting questions now.
Okay.
Is cereal soup?
No. Cereal is a meal for Ashley and I. That's a dinner option.
I do love cereal. I don't know
we
if
have
I
a
like
cereal
it being
obsession.
It's not soup.
tarnished in this way.
Ashley,
I don't know though. I guess what's the definition of soup? Is it just like something liquid out of a bowl?
Right?
And there are sometimes chunks in it, like cereal is a chunk.
I like where your mind goes. Ashley in the past got me a really fun gift of a spoon that has engraved on it "Serial Killer." C-E,
oh,
Serial Killer.
Was a great gift.
Yeah, it's a great gift for us. We love cereal. We share cereal love. Mm-hmm. That was a good question.
That is good.
I told you he asked the hard ones. Yeah, what's your opinion?
I don't believe it constitutes soup because I believe soup generally has to be vegetable or like animal-based stock.
Okay,
also,
that makes sense.
Like broth or it's not soup. Generally, the liquid isn't just one ingredient. Like milk.
Have you ever had strawberry soup though?
No.
See, that does not have animal or broth base. Look into that.
Is that a thing?
Mm-hmm. It's delicious.
Oh,
Then maybe cereal is a soup.
I would say no. But cereal can be a meal.
If you could bring into existence one animal that doesn't really exist, what animal would you bring into existence?
I'm just hoping I'm not going to say something that really is in existence because I just found out that narwhals were real. Like I liked narwhals.
She's like a narwhal.
I didn't know it was real.
So you just make up your own.
I'd like to bring back dinosaurs. I mean,
Yeah.
I know they were real at one point, but I'd like to bring them back.
Yeah.
I kind of would too. In a what could go wrong, right?
But in a safe setting where we can view them from afar.
Not Jurassic Park
has
style.
never made me think it's a bad idea.
I want to view them from afar.
Yes.
Okay. And let's see. Another question for you, and I'm going to make a note to cut here from my ums and uhs. Perfect. All right.
And I have questions too, because this may have already passed by the time this airs, but if this is out on Monday, there's going to be celebrity trivia night. And this I happen to be sitting with 3 of the teammates from the trivia. So I have some trivia questions for you 3 to practice for your trivia team. How many time zones does Russia have?
Are you kidding me?
No. This might come up, you guys. You need to practice. How many
I
times?
say 4.
That's what I thought.
It's
7.
got to be
I would have guessed
9.
You're close. It's 11. 11. I had no idea. I had no idea it was 11. I thought 4 or 5 just because I was comparing it to like R's and distance. Yeah. I was wrong. When was Diet Coke introduced in the United States? I'll take just the year. It was on August 9th, but I will go with the year. I'll give you a hint.
Diet
72.
64.
Diet Coke. Not Coke.
82.
Yes, 82. Did you just look it up? 82. I feel like you found it.
That's the year I was born.
That's what I was just going to say. I don't know if you guys were born yet, but yes, 82 is when Diet Coke was introduced. I'll just do one more.
Happy birthday to my mom. She loves Diet Coke and me.
That was the best year of her life.
Yeah.
Never mind that you have all those siblings. The year Amber came along. This kind of segues into a question you asked in the past. How many moons does Neptune have?
Oh.
You asked about Saturn's, but how many moons does Neptune have?
Is that the one where they just found more?
Maybe. I didn't know this answer either.
12.
If you listened, that's close. If you listened to our previous podcast, we learned that Saturn had 83 moons, which I thought, I was way off on that. Okay. So Neptune does not have that many.
So
14.
Yes, ding, ding, ding. Adrian, you're going to have to step it up for trivia.
I was about to start naming off the Titans.
Oh, yeah.
To be fair, when I signed up for this trivia, I thought it was about celebrities. Celebrity trivia is what I signed up for.
Well.
But it's not celebrity trivia, so pray for me.
Okay, I definitely will. Well, okay, here you go. What movie is here comes some celebrity trivia for you. What movie is the phrase "you had me at hello" from?
Is that Jerry Maguire?
Yes. See, if it was about celebrities, you'd be in.
Yep.
Who wrote the Star Spangled Banner?
Francis Scott Key.
Yes, very good. And one last one. Let's do. I have a lot on here, but how many properties are on a Monopoly board?
We can count this out because you've got 2 for the light blue and then 3.
Well, we're librarians, not mathematicians, so I don't want to do a story problem here, but any guesses?
2,
I have the answer in front of me. Oh, look, he's going to do some quick side math.
4,
How many properties are on a Monopoly
I hate
board?
Monopoly, so I avoid it at all costs, so I'm not sure.
34.
Ooh, that's close. You're a little high. Where's your math coming in?
28?
Yes, 28.
Nice.
I think you guys are ready. I think you're ready for Celebrity Trivia Night. Did you have another question, Adrian?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Okay. What is your favorite color hat?
Hat.
I don't wear a lot of hats.
What's that hat you bought that one time and never wore? Because we convinced you to buy
black.
it. Black.
Yeah.
I would say maybe like a straw, like a sun hat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Beige. Sad beige.
Sad beige, like my mood. Oh, that's great.
Going back to food-based for just a moment here.
Excellent.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
What if you slice it up?
I actually just listened to a podcast about this last week.
Oh, so you do listen to podcasts, just not this one.
True. A lot
I've
of
never listened to ours either.
By the time it comes out. So.
I don't know what that laugh was either. So there was a great debate. They talked to a few chefs. Basically, they didn't really end it because it's anything in between basically 2 slices of bread, but sometimes it's on a hinge. Like when you go to Subway or whatever, there's a little hinge, and a hot dog is also that. So I don't think of it as a sandwich, but it could be.
You still say no.
You especially love hot dogs and Kool-Aid.
Well, let's take this a step further then. If we're incorporating the hinge, is a taco a sandwich?
Oh, so no, that's not a sandwich at all. So but that's not.
It's on like flatbread.
It could be. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
No.
So many variables.
Maybe no. Hot dog's not a sandwich either.
You've heard it here, folks. First, the ruling is no. Hot dog is
We've
not a
solved
sandwich.
this problem.
All right, so do you think we should launch into some program talk now? I'll talk a little bit about some of the things going on at Bedford, and then you guys can tap in at the end.
Okay.
So really for all the branches, the Blue Series is going on right now with the big gig taking place on February 25th. But
Did you know that's been going for 36 years, it started the year I was born.
Yay!
Mazel tov.
Ashley and the Blues, happy birthday. Happy birthday to Ashley and the Blues Series. And throughout our branches, we've been doing Tuesday Blues Days. And the one here at Bedford is going to be on Tuesday, March 7th, which is Peter Mad Cat Roos Karma Quartet at the Bedford Library in the community room. And some of our other ongoing programs, we have our classic film series. We have Family Bingo Night coming up. Danish Hauga is coming up as well, where you can come, kick back by the fireplace, relax.
How do you pronounce? Is it just Hooga?
Hooga.
Hooga. Okay, so you know
it's not Higgy.
I know
not
that.
getting Higgy
I say it wrong. I know I say
Me
it
too.
wrong every time, and I still.
Yeah, these are coming your way. Coming your way.
Take them back.
We do device advice. That is on the first and third Tuesday of every month. You can bring in your own device or ask questions. We can help you with that.
We offer that program at Frenchtown too. I think it's the third Thursday of every month.
And it's wonderful to talk about cross-county things because, again, we had some people come to a program that Adrian had here last week where they said, oh, we came from Monroe. We wish Ellis had offered this painting remix or whatever. So I think it's nice that multiple branches offer multiple programming because if you go online to mymcls.com and look on our events calendar, you can find one close to you if you don't feel like making the drive. Although I say everyone should come to Bedford. It's worth the drive.
All right. On Saturday, March 4th, Aliens will be in... Never mind. Wrong one. Saturday, March 4th will be the first of Microsoft Word Basics, a 3-week class teaching you everything you need to know about Microsoft Word. That'll be led by me. And forget the aliens bit. Marsha.
Okay. So for the younger folks, we have Open Play Legos. This takes place every Tuesday from 4 to 5:30. And before that, you can come to Chess Club. You can come for Chess Club every Tuesday from 2:30 to 6. Takes place in the fireplace area. And that's also led by Adrian. You can come for chess, stay for Legos. Chess Club is open to all ages. We have some serious gamers and some novice players. You want to talk a little bit about it? They've been teaching people how to play. Bring their own sets. These guys are legit.
We play chess on Tuesdays. Back to Marsha.
And the Family Bingo Night is going to be Tuesday, February 28th. If you want to come and play bingo as a family, Reading with Rabbits is still taking place every other Monday. And the couple more that I wanted Adrian to talk about, because these are his. Back to you, Adrian.
These are not mine. This one is clearly Jen's.
Okay.
Anyway, Excel Basics. By the time you're listening to this, it is nearly done. There's one remaining on February 23rd. Marsha has taken the form away. But Excel Basics will be going on February 23rd from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. That'll be led by Jennifer Saul, one of our esteemed librarians. If you were here last night, let's see, that would have been Thursday the 16th of February as of this recording. It'll still be February the 16th after this recording, but regardless.
Right.
We had the first in the Bedford History series where we had Rick Grassley presenting on the Spanish flu epidemic of 1918 and how it affected the Monroe County area. We will have our next speaker at the end of March. That'll be Barbara Floyd presenting on disability history in the Toledo area. As of today, whenever you're listening to this, the Bedford Branch has launched our oral history project, COVID-19. We invite you to go on record, leave an oral history of your experiences from the start of COVID in 2020 through now. Leave a record of what you've seen change in the world, your thoughts and feelings on COVID and how it's affected the world. Leave it for posterity.
Ladies, let's talk about you for a little bit. Let's talk about some of the things going on in your branches. I know you mentioned device advice at Frenchtown. Is there some more things coming up at some of your branches that you want to talk about?
Yeah, so I just picked a few programs that are continuous, so it doesn't matter when you're listening to this podcast. Every Tuesday morning, our Blue Bush branch offers a program called Trailblazers. In the summer, they walk at the park behind the building. But right now, since it's cold and often snowy, they are meeting at the Monroe Mall and walking. We obviously offer multiple book clubs. We have inspirational, general, mystery, classic, and those are amongst all three of the Frenchtown branches. So Frenchtown, Dixie, Vivian, and Blue Bush. We offer an informal dementia support group on the second and fourth weeks of every month at Frenchtown. We also have Saturday movie days during the daytime. There is a movie for kids, and then at night there's a PG-13 for adults. We've recently shown like Top Gun, and then we obviously have lots of story times. We at Blue Bush are doing mini movers, which is a lot of dancing and fun. And then for middle school or high schoolers, we have a middle school book club. We have a series coming up about teaching teens how to chill in a world of chaos. So giving them the skills, how to relax and be mindful. So those are just a few of the things that we have coming up at the Frenchtown area branches.
I love that. I'm making notes. I feel like we need to do Trailblazers here. We have trails, obviously.
I didn't know you even offered that. This is why it's good to talk about these things.
It sure is. I mean, we work here, we see the calendar, but we're so busy doing our own stuff that we don't really take the time to see what others are doing. Mm-hmm. I found that out when I went to your staff meeting. Yeah. And I saw all the programs and all the amazing staff you have and all the stuff that they're doing. And I thought, wow, that is great.
Yeah. If you check our Frenchtown area calendars, it is full.
I found that out. And so even just now, or that Chill with Teens, that's another great one. We could use that for after school around this place.
At Frenchtown, parlez-vous français?
No. I will say I took 7 years of French in school and remember a very small amount.
Same. I took a lot of French in school and a little bit in college, and all I would do is just add a very bad French accent onto things to make my professor laugh.
And some grunting.
Which worked. I called my scene partner. That wouldn't be a thing, right? My conversational French partner, David, if that gives you any idea of the kind of French I was speaking.
And now you refer to your boss that way, too, from now on.
I do. Why have I never done that?
I think you should from now on.
Calling him
David?
Today. Hello, David. That's pretty bad.
Perfect. No, I think that's perfect.
And since we've lost all of our French listeners...
Yeah, not to offend. French is a beautiful language. I wish I could speak it. I tried. And maybe I need to try again.
So, Amber, aside from being fluent in French, let's talk a little bit about the Monroe area
library. Several languages.
And what you're doing there.
Yeah, so I'm in both of our city branches in Monroe. So our Dorsch building is downtown, a historic building. We have the famous ginkgo tree out front, which was given during I believe the Lincoln inauguration. It was a gift from the Chinese ambassador, gave Dr. Dorsch a little seedling, and he came back and planted it. And it's a gorgeous tree. It's beautiful. It's historic. Problem being, it drops a pretty horrendous smelling fruit for 2 to 3 months a year. In fact, I just stepped on a ginkgo berry yesterday, and I thought this season had passed.
And one of the things I love about the ginkgo tree is because we had Dundee teachers. I remember talking to you about this. What is one of the interesting things about their leaves? Can you share that? That they all drop? Don't they all drop it around the same time?
Oh, pretty much around the same day. So every year we have a leaf guessing competition.
Yeah, I love that.
And this year we had a separate competition for staff, so that was fun. We've never done that before. So we guess the date, and then whoever wins, gets a nice little ginkgo themed prize. The leaves are beautiful. I guess you can eat the berries under certain circumstances, but
back in the day, we used to have a patron come and collect them at Dorsch, and I'm not sure what she did with them, but I was very grateful that she took some of them.
So,
do you have any other programs going on?
Yeah, Dorsch has a lot of programs coming up. There's a Discovery of Balance science program next week and another winter science in March. We also have a couple of story times. We have a new caregiver self-care program that's going to be really cool. I forgot to write the date down on that, but luckily you can head to mymcls.com and look at the event calendar. We will have someone doing self-care for the adult caregivers and then programs for the people they caregive for also in the children's room, whether that be a children or adult.
So support, a little pampering.
A little support, a little care.
Yeah,
yep. So that's going to be a monthly event. I believe Karen's partnering with Bay Creek Farms on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. And then our Navarre branch is about a mile from Dorsch. A lot of people don't even know it's there for some reason, but it's super fun. We are basically an after-school mecca, I would say. We do a lot of after-school programming. It's a real community-style branch. Everyone pretty much walks over after school.
It's connected to the community center.
It's connected to the community center through the basement. We offer snacks and meals 2 to 3 times a week with the YMCA. We have an after-school program called Atlas, which is just at the library after school, where we do different things every day. And we just have a lot of active things out for kids to do. If you have littles, make sure to stop by. We have a great playground outside, a splash pad in the summer.
The garden.
We have a community garden, a sharing garden you're welcome to help work on and take produce from. just check our calendar. Oh, there is a Yeti Day coming up next Tuesday. I'm not sure what's happening at that. I'm not planning it, but I will be there.
A Yeti
I
Day,
love
yes.
Yetis.
Oh, I have
So
a fun Yeti book for you.
we do like a lot of the branches. We have therapy dogs will come and the kids can read to them. I know here at Bedford, you guys do that with dogs and rabbits.
Yeah.
So fun. So that's one of my favorite programs of the month, of course.
But also, I mean, I guess this is a library too. Do you want to talk about something that you're reading or listening to, or do you run book clubs? I forget, you don't anymore. That's what I didn't know. Because a lot of sometimes I feel like it's a common misconception that because we work in libraries, we're doing a lot of reading. And I feel like since I've worked at the library, my reading time has diminished, unfortunately. I read a lot more before I worked in the library than I do now that I do.
Yeah.
Which is a sad thing. But I do always like to ask if you want to share something that you're reading or something you've read recently.
So I have a really bad memory, Marsha.
Okay.
I can tell you a book I'm super excited about reading.
Oh, yeah.
It's just because it's so crazy that I can't wait to read it. It's called Shark Heart. And I forget.
I forgot about Shark Heart. I forgot about Shark Heart.
I forget who it's by.
Okay.
But look it up. Like, it's the only book
Yes.
out there called Shark Heart. It's adult fiction. And just so you get a little taste of what it's about, comes out in August, by the way. But it is in the catalog. You can request it now, and you're going to want to, because it's about a newlywed couple who the husband gets a very rare diagnosis, and they find out within a year he's going to completely turn into a great white shark.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
We've all been there.
I know. Well, and doesn't it kind of sounds like, what's that Oscar movie where she falls in love with I didn't watch it, but some kind of sea creature?
Yes.
Well,
So,
Water. It's something about the water. But
you know,
So,
yeah.
the wife is like trying to figure out whether or not they can continue their marriage after
Well,
he
of
turns
course.
into a shark. But you know, as
Marriage is forever.
This is also a book that you definitely need to judge by its cover, because the cover
Cover's
image
beautiful.
alone.
The cover is fun. Yes. So she's trying to decide, and you know, as he's changing, he becomes more carnivorous is the word that they use. So she's a little scared, not sure if they can keep this up. But don't worry, she finds some comfort in a friend who is currently pregnant with twin baby birds. I'm going to leave you with that.
Oh my goodness. Snack time.
Yeah.
What have you been reading?
Not a lot, clearly. No.
What you should be reading is Adrian's IMDb page.
Yeah.
I mean, you won't see Sharknado on there, but you will maybe learn a little bit more about, again, this onion that I'm peeling later and stuff.
Interesting. I'm reading a lot of picture books right now because my friends at Navarre, a lot of our kid friends are just loving sitting with Miss Amber and reading, and that is making my heart happy. So pretty much every day, I think it's just because they get a little one-on-one love, and they come and sit with me, and we
will close this out with our trivia question.
don't think so.
So the question last week was, which musical artist earned the first gold record? Do either of you have any guesses? Any guesses?
Can we get a guess around the year?
Beach Boys?
Oh.
Michael Jackson.
Well,
I do love the
it's
Elvis Presley.
slightly before Michael Jackson. The first gold record was awarded in 1958.
Oh. Not Elvis Presley?
Not Elvis Presley.
What's the genre? Is it country, pop, or don't we give any more hints? Okay. You can just tell us.
Frank Sinatra?
Ooh.
Oh, no, 58. That wouldn't be right.
Sinatra is a good guess, but in this case, Perry Como won the first gold record for Catch a Falling Star.
Oh, it's funny.
All right, and the question that we will leave you all with for this week is, which Dutch artist painted Girl with a Pearl Earring? Which Dutch artist painted Girl with a Pearl Earring?
Not to be confused by the author and the book.
All right, and this has been In the Library with
Marsha.
and Adrian and...
Amber.
And Ashley.
All right.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
This was recorded on Friday, February 17th at 9 a.m. Thank you. This has been In the Library with Marsha and Adrian. Thanks for listening. Our opening and closing theme was Off to Osaka by Kevin MacLeod, used with Creative Commons permissions.